This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below.
Hi guys, and welcome to TNG Productions. My name is Paul, and today for the first time on camera, I'm joined by Ian.
Yep, here we go. First game on the film.
Yes, so it is the second game of the campaign, or second round of the campaign for me, and second round of the campaign for you, yes. I'm bringing the Saviours, and you are bringing the
Greene family.
The Greene family farm, okay. We've got a couple of areas already secured, so we're going to be mixing it up a little bit, but let's have a look at what crews we're bringing, and then get into the game. So my Saviours crew are Negan armed with Lucille and a .22 revolver. I'm also bringing Carlos with a 9mm. Glenn has got Glenn's knife and a glass bottle to do some running, grabbing me some supplies. Billy and Ben with the grenade, because I'm that guy. Sherry not armed with anything, and Tara, who are hopefully going to get some benefits from Negan's Impress Me leader ability. Tara is armed with a sickle, which I picked up from my farm. Who have you got there, mate? You've got the farm family.
I've got the Greenes here. Greene's been outnumbered by the Saviours, actually. In fact, the group leader is Herschel, the Greene family patriarch, with his medical bag, which can restore white dice, because we do like to try and keep all our family alive. He's got a claw hammer and a leather jacket as well. Moving around, next to him is Morgan, who is equipped with a fire axe. In front of him is Billy, the linchpin of my team. He's got an ammo reload and a .38 revolver. Then there is Dwayne there, who's WYSIWYG with a shovel, but he's got a trash can lid and football pads from the previous round. And then finally there we've got Otis, who's got a hatchet and a .22 revolver.
Excellent. Okay, let's get into round one. Okay, so this is how we have set up. So the event card that we have drawn for this game is Torrential Rain, which immediately we discard any gaudy clothing we've got, which doesn't affect us, does it, Ian?
No.
Okay, and then range on shooting is reduced to 12 inches unless we roll a star, and it takes away burning tokens each turn, but that again isn't going to affect us in this game. So really the only restriction is the shooting distance, which isn't too big an impact for both of us.
Yeah, 2 guns each.
Yep. So I've got no additional upgrades because of my guys, but the threat tracker does start on 2 because I've took a walker space on the campaign map. Ian, what have you got?
I have got a extra set of bandages, which is always going to be handy. I've given those to Morgan. I've also carried through from the last game football pads and a trash can lid. Yeah,
I sadly lost Dwight in the last game, so he's not here with that old gun, old reliable. But other than that, I have initiative, and let's get down to it. Okay, so my first activation is going to be Sherry, the budding lieutenant. She's going to use her insightful ability, so she's going to give up all of her actions for the turn, and she's going to immediately perform 1 free action with a friendly model within 6 inches, which is going to be Negan. Now the fact that she's doing it to Negan, she's going to get a red dice on a card because of his leader ability, Impress Me, and I'm going to use that free action to sneak Negan up to this barrier here. He's coming for you.
Okay, so for the Green's first activation, Dwayne is going to make a run action to here, which is just going to pull in the attention of the first walker.
Okay, so my second activation is going to be Tara. She is going to create noise, which will draw in this walker who is here, which is just outside of engaging Tara. I'll get that out the way. And then she is going to run past, which will get her, just double check that, just shy of that barrier there. So she's just going to basically thread through there and get to there, which will then bring in this walker here.
Okay, so Billy is just going to creep to here, making sure that he's not within the kill zone of that walker, and he looks quite safe there.
So my next activation is going to be Negan, and he is going to run all the way round to here and bring that walker in.
Okay, so Morgan's going to play a bit of catch up. He's probably really good in melee, so I need to get him further forward. So he's going to run first of all, and then that's going to attract the nearest walker, which will shamble into him.
Okay, so my next activation is going to be Carlos. He is going to sneak to just about there, okay, and then he is going to shoot that walker there with his handgun, 9mm pistol. So a white dice for shoot and 2 red dice for the pistol. We've got
Super.
the defense roll, and we get 2.
Defense is a 1.
1, so that hits the walker and knocks it prone, but it does create mayhem, so we will cut away and we will add that, move all the walkers as we go.
Okay, so that shot has taken us up to 3 on the threat tracker. I'm going to activate Otis now, who's got a hatchet, and he's going to try and get into a bit of melee. He's going to make a run action first of all. In running he makes noise, and that's just going to cause this walker to shamble into him.
For like the second battle report in a row, like Paul's just caused mayhem with somebody in the corner, and like it didn't end well for Dwight last time, mate. So
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Could be worse. Okay, so my activation is going to be Glenn. I am going to run him around here, and I'm going to roll for his tread lightly to see if he gets lucky, and he does.
Super.
Oh right, on a blank, on a shield he doesn't create noise, so I'm now going to search this supply token, so I'm going to take that away and pop that safely on Glenn's card, because he's going to get out of there, and the supply is... Oh! No!
what have you done?
It's a booby trap!
A booby trap. Oh,
Here we
You're
go.
gonna need some
Here
dice.
we
It
go.
says it's center on him. Yeah.
Searching model suffers a ranged attack with the white, red, and the blast keyword, then discard this card.
Roll some dice here. Roll some
Here
dice.
we go.
Definitely.
Two.
So you've got a defense
So I
roll
do get
here.
a defense roll.
It's
I've got
more
a
of a-
white for defense,
It's more
which
than
isn't
mayhem
too
that's
bad.
going to happen.
Yeah, that's going to cause the problems. 2. I
So
don't take
fine.
any damage.
So the grenade doesn't hit him somehow, but it will cause mayhem.
Will cause mayhem.
So-
Yeah. So we will measure the mayhem and we will bring it all.
Okay, so we've hit low threat, then we're on threat 4, and I think, Paul, that's made my activation a lot easier, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just doing that for you, mate.
Cheers.
I'm giving you the chance. Negan's
You are.
on his way over.
I know, well, before Negan gets here, I want to sweep up some supplies. Now, I can't quite get there yet, but Herschel is going to perform a run action towards that undefended supply, and that's going to cause noise. And then the nearest walker we've just checked off camera is going to be this guy. He's just going to hit into
Call
the
him
car.
by his name.
Johnny Rotten.
There we go.
There he is.
Okay, the kids are going to save the day here. They're going to run to this lamppost here, which will cause that walker to shamble into there, and they're going to chuck a grenade,
Oh, wow.
because why not? So 6-inch range, and I'm going to drop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there.
Lovely.
Okay, so I'll just hold that there. Dice rolling space here. It hits, you get to move it 3 inches because it didn't get a
Alright,
crit.
In that case, well, just 3 inches back.
3 inches back, that's
Super. So if I centre that. Oh, mind in the lamppost. So there's 1, 2, 3.
3. There we go. Okay, cool.
Super.
So mayhem is caused to, let's just say, that point there,
Super.
and we will move everything accordingly. Actually, that walker needs to check to see if it's defended, because that will be under it. So you just roll defense dice for that one, Ian.
There we go. 1.
1, yeah, he's fine. So that's it. We'll move all the walkers off camera, and the threat tracker does go up to 5.
And this is the picture going into the event phase of the first turn. And yeah, Paul's got crowds of people scrambling around these saviours. So we've moved them in. One has teleported through the fence to get to Carlos just because it's kind of scrambled over. Event card though, Ian.
He just wanted to get to Carlos.
It's a celebrity status of the saviours, clearly.
Does. So taking from the top of the deck, we get Won't Stay Down. We're in low threat at the moment, so reading low threat, we've got for each prone walker, roll a black dice. On a star, the walker gets up. If there aren't any, add 1 to the threat, but we have got 1.
We have got 1 prone walker thanks to Carlos' amazing shooting, and it doesn't make a difference.
Super.
So it does stay down.
So it
Yeah.
does stay down. It doesn't make a difference.
So we'll add 1 to the threat tracker, taking it up to level 6, as we are going to have some melee, and we'll go into the combat.
Okay, so combat is going to start off with Glenn. I really need him to nimble
You certainly
out
do.
of this one, and he doesn't, so that's no good. I am going to defend.
Makes sense.
He's checking his card carefully. Do I have any defence? You have a white
I've got
dice.
Glenn's knife, but I need a barricade. That's the problem. Right, yeah, I'm going to defend.
Yeah, well, you're facing 6 dice, so you might as well.
May as well.
There we go.
No, it's not looking good. Come on, Glenn. No, he's dead.
That's, yeah. At least he's not dead though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He just gets absolutely munched
We'll see him again then.
and replaced with a prone walker in a second. Look, he's gone silent now.
He doesn't get replaced with prone walker. He's not bitten.
Is he not being bitten? I think it's just when they munch if they don't die with a headshot. We will check in a second, but you've got some more people.
Oh, yes, that is right.
You've got more people to potentially get munched in.
That's
I
true.
think that was the worst one for Paul, though, to be fair, wasn't it?
Carlos, he's going to attack one versus one. I get one.
Yep, the walker gets a one as well.
So I will push you away. GTF. Negan.
I think Negan's going to be fine here, Paul.
Just let me get all my dice. I need
The bucket of dice ready.
2 white ones and a blue one, and we all know what Negan does by now. He hurts things. Yes, 4 and a knockdown. 3 and knocks it prone.
Yep.
Pushes it an inch away as well.
Yep. So go away and be knocked prone, and then Tara, the walking killing machine that she is, she has a
White
dice basic. She adds a red one when she's engaged by walkers, and because of her sickle, she has another red one.
Good weapon of choice.
And she's re-rolling as well because it's sharp.
Yeah, she is re-rolling her melee attack dice. Is it any? Yeah, any of the melee attack dice with the sharp keyword. Cool. So I will just re-roll that one. And I get 2, but drawn, bite doesn't come into it, I win combat, and it will push that walker away, and no, it won't knock it prone.
Okay, so if we look at the Greens, I think they've got a nicer set of combat, to be honest here. I'll go with Otis first of all. Otis is facing one walker, he's got a hatchet which adds a white dice, and he rolls a double blank, which isn't great.
And the walker rolls a blank as well.
Toothless fight.
Indeed.
So the walker is just pushed back an inch. If we now go across to Morgan, Morgan has got a fire axe which again adds a white dice to his attack, and Morgan, that went off camera, rolls a 3.
The walker can't beat it, just rolls a 1.
So that's going to be knocked prone, so it's moved back an inch and knocked prone. And then finally I've got Dwayne, very WYSIWYG, he's got a shovel which adds a red dice to his melee attack, so Dwayne gets a 2.
And the walker gets a 1 again.
Again, so same deal there, it's just pushed back an inch and knocked prone. Not a bad round of combat for the Greens.
Excuse me. Okay, so at the end of the turn we rolled for all of the walkers getting up. These 2 stayed down, and those 2 over there and the one next to Negan got up.
Feel like my hard work was undone there.
Yeah. Glenn, obviously for the purpose of the campaign, dropped the supply counter even though it was a booby trap, and is still down. He's still dead. That's not going to change really, is it? It's one thing about death, it's finite. Except for the next game.
Yeah.
They got really profound all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. Used a big word as well. Right, so initiative goes over to you.
Cheers,
Ian,
thank you.
And we will get to the start of the second turn.
Okay, so with our initiative, the first activation of this turn is going to be Herschel Greene. His first action is just going to be a sneak action to there, and then he's going to search this. I'm hoping for better luck than what Paul Glenn had.
Bear trap.
I know, taking in, do we get a bear trap? No, we get a pit of 2x4, which is a bludgeoning weapon, and you can reroll 1 dice per melee attack. Super.
So my first activation is going to be Sherry. She is going to run to that barrier there, which will bring in that walker and end her activation.
Okay, I want to try and sweep up these supply counters, so now Dwayne is going to perform a sneak action to here, and we'll search this one. And in searching we get another trash can lid. That is Dwayne's second one. He's already equipped with one, and now he's got a second one.
I like the idea of him dual wielding them. Like.
Yeah, it's just 2 trash cans. It'd be the safest little boy
Can
in the
he bind
entire
them together and
apocalypse.
create noise?
If he could,
New campaign mechanic being
New
written.
campaign mechanic?
I just thought of him having them in front and pretending it's like Optimus Prime or
I
something,
think
like
it's
that,
fab.
some sort of scenery.
Well, like he's going to get down on his knees and they're going to be his wheels.
Yeah, he just goes wah 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 and just kind of crouches.
Okay, I am going to activate Carlos, who is going to get out of dodge as quickly as he possibly can.
You were just saying he was in a bad place. So
yeah, running to there, which will bring in that walker there, which we've just pre-measured, who will shamble into that barrier there. And I'm going to take a shot at Otis.
Ooh, Otis.
So what gun have you got for Carlos?
So Carlos has a 9mm pistol. So it is a white and 2 reds.
Otis hasn't got any armour as such, but he's got base 2 red on his defence.
He's got hard cover as well for the lamppost.
Lamppost, yeah. So 50-50 on the dice, isn't it? Match.
Super.
One by one.
What a great lamppost that was.
No, that's a draw because the headshots go through afterwards.
Oh, they do, don't
I
they?
looked at Paul's dice first and thought, oh my god.
Yeah,
and then I looked at Ian's and I was
That would
like,
be really dangerous.
how have you rolled 6 with headshots and you've still not done damage? As anyone,
It's the story of my life in this game.
Oh,
At the moment.
Otis is one lucky chap.
We're not those YouTubers, but seriously, put in the comments if you've ever dodged that. Someone's rolled 3 maximum dice and you still avoid it.
Oh, yeah, the headshots don't count, do they, until it goes through?
Do you know the good news though, Paul? It does make mayhem.
It does make mayhem.
So that'll put
And
the
an ammo check.
threat tracker up to 7. Yeah, you'll check your ammo first.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the walkers in.
This gun is reliable, but it's not going to make a difference because I think Carlos is dead. No, that's run out. And reliable. Nope.
No, he's run out of ammo.
I'm not having a good campaign here, am I? It's all going to pot.
For Carlos.
Well, we'll put the walkers in and we'll cut back. So the middle of the board's kind of out the game now, guys.
I just feel like the Greens are just kind of sitting back here looking at absolute carnage.
They're just like,
unfold
what are
over
these
crossroads.
nutters on the other side of the board?
I always do this in games, don't I? Like Walking Dead, I'm like, run forward, just shoot.
I know. So I mean, to be fair, you were lucky with the Glen one, but that shot against poor Otis it's sealed Carlos there, I think, hasn't it? I don't even know what to do with Otis now, though.
I'd have been okay with causing that much mayhem.
If you were
If that
killed
triple 6 shot I just
with the
rolled
3 headshots, 9 damage going through.
Yeah,
would have even just scratched them.
Yeah, not a scratch, not a scratch. I'm going to have a much less interesting activation. Morgan with his fire axe is just going to try and plant it into the head of that walker. So I'm just going to engage that.
I'm going to activate Tara, and I'm going to just sneak it round to here. I'm going to search that counter, and knowing my luck, it's either going to be nothing, a laker, a big
Is there like a nuclear bomb card?
It's just, I'm not having a good game, am I? Oh no, it's a tire iron.
That's
I'll take
alright.
that.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm gonna pop that in Tara's in one of her hands. So she's got a tire iron. I'm gonna equip that to her.
Okay, I think Otis is just seeing this here as like a big massive diversion, and it's giving him the opportunity just to sneak round and maybe go for this potentially. So he's just going to do a sneak action there, not making any noise whatsoever. And that's him done. We're not going to try and lower the threat or anything daft like that.
Like he said, making no noise as if that's just a dig to Paul. I'm just going to quietly work my way around.
It's just going to be, you're like, yeah,
Just sneak me way round.
Yeah.
I'm gonna creep all over the board. Okay, I am going to activate. Let's see. I'm going to activate Billy and Ben, and they are going to snuggle up with Tara just to get Tara to keep them
look
safe.
after them.
Tara, the best babysitter in the world.
Yes.
Okay, so Dwayne is just going to perform a short run action to here and pull in this walker.
Okay, so my last activation of the turn is going to be Negan, and he's going to run round to here and bring in Old Man Walker that's been hiding behind the building there like a creepy person. And yep, that is it. Over to the event phase.
Okay, so final activation is going to be with Billy, and he's going to perform a run action to try and get a better vantage point to there. That's just going to pull the nearest walker into him here.
Better vantage point. He's going to look and make sure Negan stays like 20 foot away, basically.
Yeah, stay over there, you.
Okay, so we've checked everyone's kill zones. Carlos is looking over at Negan saying, "Yo, bro, this isn't what we had planned."
Be great if you had
Well,
a
he's
leather jacket, wouldn't it?
It would be great if he had a leather jacket, yeah. It's that beanie. The beanie's going to save him. The beanie hat.
The lucky
Right.
beanie.
Yeah, so let's go on to the event card and see how my day is going to be ruined. And couldn't be ruined much more, to be honest. So we're going to add one to the threat tracker straight away, which moves us up to 8, but we are still no threat. And the event card I've drawn is Pandemonium.
Love it.
I don't. Each player rolls blue dice and moves that many eligible walkers in the direction of their choice. And then white walkers enter play. So would you like to go first?
Absolutely, so I'll be moving 2.
2, and I will be moving 2 as well.
2 each, and then later on we will be having 2 walkers.
Okay, so we have cut back after moving all of our walkers. So the threat tracker has gone up by 1 now that we are having in melee. So we are on medium threat. So next turn, a couple of our characters are going to start panicking a little bit.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
I've got a few on medium.
Oh, you got medium characters? Oh, you're
Yeah,
okay.
they're all, in fact, every single one of mine is medium.
Yeah,
no one
I got-
high, no one low.
I've got a couple on low. I've got Billy and Ben, obviously terrified of absolutely everything.
Billy's encountered some more walkers. You've moved them that way.
That was the disappointing bit from that event card for me. I know Paul was disappointed. I think Paul's benefited.
I think Paul's been quite tactical with the walker that he's brought on as well. He's brought one at the bottom.
I brought a walker on the bottom of the board. I moved 2, which were reachable into Billy. You've moved 1
I just want Negan to be doing things, basically.
To be boxed in. And then you've engaged Tara with 1 as well, haven't you? Okay, so shall we move on to the melee phase?
Super. Okay, I'm very nervous about it, so we're going to start with Billy for this melee. He's going to have to defend. Do you know when I was choosing the list for this game as well, he very nearly had makeshift padding, and I really wish he hasn't. I know, but I really wish he had.
It doesn't matter what you want to.
I nearly had grenades on everyone, but it wasn't allowed.
Well, right, he's going to defend with a white, and he gets a 2, which is
not
reasonable.
Too bad. So I have 6 dice.
Might
going
just
into this with the walkers, you might be okay. 3, so I do win combat and you do take a point of damage.
Do you know what, I would have taken that beforehand actually. Super, and he's just moved out of there. Super. He's actually moved a bit towards Negan. Bit nerve wracking, but
they're just going to shove him towards the big man with the bat.
Yeah. Right, we've also got Morgan in there who's equipped with a fire axe which adds a white dice and he rolls a headshot.
Can't beat that, so it won't make a difference.
Super duper, off we go.
Okay, so Carlos, not looking good for him.
No.
He'll be fine.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Absolutely.
I'm going to shoot with him with his handgun, just to try and kill a walker, which won't make a difference because it'll just cause mayhem and bring everything towards him again.
Excellent
which is the whole point of what I'm doing this for. So he doesn't kill a walker, but he does create loads of mayhem.
Super.
Do you want to roll defense on a walker just in case he gets knocked down?
1.
So it's a 1. So 1 walker is knocked down. I will knock down. I'll be cruel, knock down a little girl walker.
Disgraceful.
I know, I'm terrible, aren't I?
That makes sense.
And we'll sort the mayhem out and cut back.
Okay, so after that, the threat tracker has gone up to 10 in a medium threat. Carlos now has 10 walkers engaging him.
10 walkers engaging?
Sorry,
10 dice.
10 dice coming at him from 4 walkers.
Very dead.
Here we go.
Very dead. Yeah, I'm not even going to roll defense.
I'm just going to push these on because that's quite a lot of success.
He is pretty dead. In fact, the bites only come into effect if I lose combat. So
Yes,
my 1 red dice for defense. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, very dead.
At least he's not dead though for the campaign.
He's dead. No, he's just dead.
Yeah.
He's not dead. He's just dead.
He's just dead. We'll replace him with Prone Walker in a second. Do you want to do Tara and Negan while you're there?
Yes, may as well. So Tara is versing a walker, so she gets an automatic extra red dice.
That's nice.
And she is going to use her. She's going to use tire iron rather than the sickle this time, so it means I don't get a reroll for sharp. Into the walker. Yes, she's won the walker, so that will be pushed back and knocked prone. And then Negan is against 2
No, that one didn't quite
walker.
beat making.
Yeah, so he has a blue dice basic, 2 white for Lucille.
1.
2. Negan's not doing very well this game, is he? So that will push Old Man Walker back again and knock him prone.
Fab.
Okay, that is the end of combat, and we will move on to turn 3. Okay, so the end of that turn, we've rolled for the prone walkers. The only one to actually get up was this one here.
Oh, that's the only one that didn't want getting up.
So we have been quite lucky. Everything else has stayed down, and we are on to turn 3.
Paul has expertly moved all those walkers onto like the other side of the board there, like casually just shuffled the entire herd over.
I didn't even think it was clearing a path for Negan.
Well, he has got initiative going into turn 3.
And I have got my 2 big hitters over this side of the board. Okay, so my first activation of turn 3 is going to be Billy and Ben, so we are a medium threat, they are low nerve. Let's see what they do. They're going to run.
Ooh.
They
Okay.
run 8 inches in a straight line directly away from the nearest enemy and can take no further actions. So
Okay.
they go back to your deployment line.
I'll go back to my deployment line, so they are going to go about there.
Super.
No, about 8 inches, that's probably back to the baseline actually. Yeah, that's fine, I'm happy with that.
Okay, so Billy is just going to perform a sneak action to here, being slightly aware of where Negan is and what Negan may or may not do next.
You gonna shoot?
No.
Shoot.
No.
Shoot.
No. Don't do it, Billy.
Okay, I am going to activate Tara. I am going to run round to the back of Billy, which will pull in this walker
Nasty.
here.
Super tactics at play.
Morgan then is going to try and rescue Billy. Actually, I've just checked, he is within the sneak range there, so we're not going to be pulling an additional walker in, but we are going to pull Johnny Rotten out of that later on. There we go.
Sherry, for me, she is going to check to see whether she panics, and she goes berserk.
That's the one you want.
Yes!
+1 to the threat, so it takes you up to 11.
I'm happy with that.
She gains a red dice in combat.
She gains a red dice in combat, which means she may as well.
You think like as the kids ran behind her, she was like super mom mode kicks
Yeah.
in. She's like, I can lift a car.
In the comics, Superman mode doesn't kick in. She's a bit of a pain. Right, I am going to run here then, in that case, to here.
Oh, you're playing
Which
that path
will-
nicely.
Bring in this walker, so I'm just going to run to there, so that walker comes to there. And that is Sherry activated.
Dwayne is seeing that path that Sherry's just made for Negan and is just thinking, nope, 2 trash cans, still not in the match for Lucille. So Dwayne is just going to perform a run action to there. That's going to create noise and pull in the walker with the very stylish pink hair.
Stylish.
It is stylish.
Da-dum, da-dum, da-da-dum-dum. Negan's going to run all the way around
Oh
here
no!
to engage Billy, which will bring in this walker here, which will engage Morgan.
I mean, I don't like it, but it's very nicely played. Okay, so I'm going to take Herschel first of all for the penultimate activation. He's going to run to here, which is going to pull in the nearest walker, and then Otis is just going to perform a sneak action to help him out.
Okay, so we have moved in all of the walkers. It is not looking good for. Well, actually, you know what? It's quite balanced out here. I'm quite happy with this. But we have moved in all the walkers, and now we're on to the event phase. Ian, if you would do the honours.
We get +2 to the threat and the Walking Dead. So we're still in medium threat with that.
We are just under, yes.
Super.
Next, well, we've got combat, so we'll go into high after this.
2 blue dice worth of walkers enter play, and the same walkers are then each moved towards the nearest survivor.
So Paul's got initiative.
Yeah, so I will roll these dice, and I have
Go for it.
priority on the placement of the first walker. So let's wonder where these walkers are going to go. Oh, that's 4 walkers.
So
That's
2
a nice
walkers
amount.
each.
There's 2 walkers
love
each.
it.
So we'll deploy that, cut back in a sec. So you've gone with the children dying then, guys.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, well. What are you going to do? You got some little kid running around with trash cans and a shovel. He's bound to cause problems, isn't he?
He's just banging them together. It's like Bart Simpson where he's making all the noise.
And those kids ran away screaming.
To be fair,
So that makes sense.
Yeah, you justify your infanticide, if that's even a word.
And we will. We will.
Infanticide?
Fantastic. I mean, Ben, sorry. Ian's much worse than me because, you know, these kids are scared.
They are scared.
They're fearing for their life. They
got
ran
right to be
away.
scared.
They're trying to get out of here. And he's like, nope, zombies.
Kill them.
Anyway, you are going to put the threat up into high now because there is going to be combat.
Dun, dun, dun.
Paul
So
with initiative.
literally only Negan is going to be like, cool
Okay
on
with
for
this.
me.
So let's go to that combat.
Okay, so let's do Herschel versus that walker first.
Come on, Herschel. You
Ian.
got a claw hammer? There we go. One.
One for the walker, so just a pushback.
Yeah, there we go. Could have been worse.
And then Otis and the walker.
Yeah, Otis has got a hatchet, so he's actually going to be rolling the same.
One again.
Same situation.
Yeah.
So he was trying to be
Dice.
clever to get some walker kills. Actually, didn't work out that way. With Never
Okay.
mind.
children.
The children.
the children.
Billy and Ben, they can only defend because they are
They've got no melee.
Yeah.
just like
They're just screaming and running away.
Yeah.
They got 1,
It's only 2.
2. So they push back
Take a point of
and
damage.
take a point of damage. That's not a bad showing for Billy and Ben actually.
It's not at all. Not bad at all.
It's more poor dice rolling on your behalf.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so we've got Dwayne versus 3 walkers.
Come
So I've
on,
got
Dwayne.
6 red dice.
Use your trash cans.
Are you going to defend, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, that's a shame.
That is
Well, it's 1 away, and then it's
Certainly bitten.
yeah, he's
That's
2 and a bite.
definitely murdered him.
Yes, he's dead.
Poor Dwayne.
So-
The bite doesn't carry because he's been killed.
Perfect.
But
before.
it does drop
does
a useful item. I'm going to tactically do a walker swap here and let's actually put, dead
What?
Dwayne down.
Dead Dwayne.
Dead
Happy with
Dwayne.
that.
And then that one there. He will be prone because I'll just chuck me a prone
I mean,
marker.
it's every one of these lovely acrylic pro markers that are available.
They're
from
available to buy, yeah.
from TNG Productions.
Uh,
It's only ever when Ian's characters die on the channel that we seem to have the miniature walker for them. You know, this happened last time we had a game in TNG.
To be fair, we didn't have the zombie tiger though last time. We need to get the zombie tiger.
We didn't have the zombie tiger.
Who
did have Rick, didn't he? How did he die? Can you remind me, Ian?
He might have had his head caved in.
Who by?
Negan.
Onto that subject. While you mentioned Negan,
that faultless transition.
that was like twisting me over to that combat.
Okay.
So this Billy's going to fire his gun.
He's going to fire his gun? Okay.
He doesn't care. He's just got a handgun.
So you're going to shoot Tara, clearly, yeah?
No.
You fire that gun, mate?
Yep. Although it's Tara got the supply.
Yeah.
Tara has got a supply, yes.
Cough.
Yeah.
Blue dice on defence.
Yeah, she is quite good on defence.
Yeah, no, Sam, let's just shoot the boss, man. I want to kill the boss.
Blue dice on defence as well.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, let's try and kill Tara. Let's get
Oh,
off
you
the board.
sure? He looks like Negan's there. He's got Lucille.
I don't think Negan.
Hey, mate, a good roll could kill him. We've seen triple sixes already.
No,
No, it's just the negotiations.
Go for Tara.
Roll some dice.
Listen, everyone, they're picking up here.
Sorry, just
Let's try and kill
move
Tara.
these out the way.
Right, so you're going at Tara.
Yep, shooting at Tara.
That's a good roll.
3 with a headshot.
She's going to survive it. She'll get at least 1, so she gets 2
damage.
damage. So
Not bad,
I'll take that. That's not a problem. It does cause mayhem.
Will cause mayhem, so
mayhem.
we'll measure that and cut back in a sec.
Okay, so Billy is going to feel the wrath of Tara and
Yeah.
Negan. Now, in all fairness, I talk a big game with Negan, and only ever once has he actually come up on camera and proved me right. So,
Well, I've got to defend,
Yeah.
so Billy's defence is a 2.
2, he survived that. I'm going to roll with Tara first because she can re-roll dice thanks to having the sickle. So I'm going to use a sickle and a normal melee dice, which is a white and a red. I'm going to stick with that. That's not too bad.
And then Negan's got rerolls as well.
And then, Negan, if he gets any criticals, can add a white dice to the resultant melee. And he gets 2. So that's 2 white
Did
dice.
Billy deserve that, really?
You know what? I'm going to say Negan doesn't show up on camera all the time because he proved
Got a white dice.
it doesn't stack.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't say it doesn't stack.
No, it doesn't
We will
stack.
say it doesn't stack. So that is just let me add that up, Tom. That's 4, 7. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Poor Bill. Poor Bill.
I mean, you did headshot him to death though, so at least he's not
At
a
least he's not a
walker.
walker, yeah.
Very
He's just very dead.
This is where Paul complains that he's not dead for the campaign though, because he can't.
Yeah, to be honest, Lucille killed him that well. He'll be back next
You
time.
know what?
He'll take an injury roll at the end of the game though, that won't be good.
Lucille has proven her worth in this game. She took Axel out last
game, and you've
game.
taken
She's
Billy.
taken Billy out.
We still got Morgan with 3 walkers on him.
We have,
You
yes.
call Morgan.
So that was the tactical choice of choosing to fight the combat first.
So Morgan's attacking or
Yeah, he's
defending
going to
here?
attack because he can use his fire axe.
Yep, so he's got 2 white dice on his attack against how many dice for the walkers?
That is 6 dice for the walkers.
Wait, so Morgan gets a 3.
3, and the walkers get a 4 with a bite. So that is 1 point of damage and a bite.
Do you want to show off one of our new lovely bitten tokens
The
then?
lovely
Very
bite
nice.
token, I'll just pop that on Morgan's base. These tokens are available from TNG Productions.
That's fast when you get those.
Available in all good stores.
But available from TNG Productions. Just drop us a message.
Anyway, on to the end phase.
Okay, so the final melee of this turn is going to be Sherry, who is Berserk. Almost forgot her.
Yep.
So she's got red dice basic. She's got a red dice for being Berserk, and she's also got a red dice for her first turn. Inspire me from Negan from impressing him or whatever we want to call it. So I'm 3 red dice.
Plank.
And 3, no headshot, but that walker is pushed away and knocked prone.
Lovely.
So we will go to the end phase, check Morgan's bite, and check see if any of the walkers get up. Okay, so in the end phase, Morgan has survived his bite, even though he is now distraught at the loss of his son.
He is.
And most of the walkers have actually stayed down. A couple have got up over here by Herschel and Otis, which is not good news for you.
Yeah.
But great news for me. So you have priority, and we will go
Thank
over
you.
to probably the final turn in the game based on the threat tracker situation, but we will see.
So we're going into what looks like it's going to be the last turn because the threat track is already on 15. It's basically sweeping up the supply counter now, isn't it? Seeing who can get the most.
It is indeed, and everyone is probably going to be panicking this
See, I'm
turn.
concerned that you might sneak in with this. So as long as Morgan doesn't completely freak out, that's what I would like to do. We're going to roll the dice, see what happens to him. He gets question mark.
That means you're terrified, you can only perform 1 action. Which
That's
is convenient,
all,
that's all you want to do.
It is
all you need
basically,
to
to
do,
be
yes.
fair. And he sneaks to the done.
I mean, it's not looking good for him in the melee phase, by the way.
Doesn't matter if he's not got any supply counters.
His son's dead corpse will come at him, but you know.
Well.
Billy and Ben for me. So based on this dice roll, we will see what they're going to do because I haven't planned it out yet. They are going to be quiet.
Terrified that you make one action.
One action. And that one action is going to be...
This is why he plans it out on camera now, because he's not.
Yeah, because not thought this through. You know what? I'm just going to... nope. Run. Just cause a couple of problems over here, which will bring that walker into there.
Okay, so I'm going to activate Herschel then, because I'd like us to try and get hold of this, one of them. And he gets
He runs. So, flee, run 8 inches in a straight line directly away from the nearest enemy.
Now that has really scuppered my
I think
plans.
he just pegs it that way.
Yeah.
But it is a run.
So what does he do?
It creates noise, so he runs basically to the edge of the board and
And the walker follows him.
walker comes in.
So it'll move directly away from the walker, so the walker won't hit Otis. It'll basically, because it'll be a straight pathway.
Okay.
The walker will then go, oh, what's that?
Oh, poor Herschel.
Which is
I love the fact that in this game you run to the edge of the board and you're like, I have no idea what to do.
I'm in the barriers of the world.
Yeah. So Sherry's activation for me. Let's see how this pans out. So Sherry's going to check to see if she panics, and she runs away.
She runs. She panics.
So she runs away 8 inches directly away from the nearest walker.
I think that'll basically make her run into these
Yeah,
walkers.
well, which will be this one. So she'll run into that one there.
Which makes noise. Bonk.
Bunk.
So I've got Otis left to activate. Again, he's medium nerve, and so he gets question mark.
Can he perform one action? He's terrified.
Now that one action is not the action that he particularly wanted to do. Just on the off chance that we're going to get a second go at this, I think he's going to perform a run action, which takes him to there, and then this walker's just going to move into him.
Okay, so I've just quickly glanced through Negan's card because I'm not used to using the bad mother effer version of Negan, and I've made some terrible mistakes in the last turn. Unfortunately, I've by removing, what was that guy's name? It doesn't matter what his name was.
Which one, Billy?
Billy, yeah. Rock reference there. By using Negan to kill Billy, I have activated Here's Negan. If he removes one or more enemy survivors from play in melee, all friendly saviours treat their nerve as high in the following action phase. So, I've already activated Sherry.
She wouldn't have panicked, but she has.
She wouldn't have panicked, but she has.
But there is an upside to her panicking.
But there is an upside to the panic, because then the second part of Negan's special rules are you scared. Each time a friendly saviour within 6 inches of Negan rolls the panic dice, that model loses 1 health, which I've deducted from Sherry now, and Negan adds a red dice to his melee value for the rest of the turn.
Nice.
So we're kicking in Here's Negan now. So Tara has high nerve.
So Tara has high nerve.
Sherry's just taking damage.
So which means I'm going to activate Tara now, and I'm going to... oh God.
Bear trap.
Bear trapper. I'm going to sneak her into this supply here, and I'm going to search it. Which means I've pulled a old gun. I will.
That's not
I'll take that.
Trap, is it?
I'll throw that into the pack, and I will remove that. And then that ends Tara's activation.
You've got Negan left. You might
I've
as well
got
go straight
Negan
into
left. So I will move Negan to here, just to have the support from
Guardian
Tara
Angel
should combat ensue. So in fact I'm going to move him to there, so any walkers.
Super tactical placement.
Yeah. I basically I'm winning this possibly on the last activation.
Right, we'll go to the event phase.
Okay, so we've done the kill zones. So Tara was engaged by a couple of the walkers here. They've shambled round. Oh, forgot to move that one there. They've shambled round the car and ended up engaging Billy and Ben.
Yep.
Negan has been engaged by the walker with the pink hair. Fatty is just out of range.
Morgan's been engaged by the pink hair one.
Yeah, Morgan's been engaged.
Negan's got Johnny Rotten. It's a fight for the ages.
It is, yeah. Negan's got Johnny Rotten. Sherry's engaged down here.
And then
we've got those two down there, and Billy and Ben are pretty much dead.
So that leaves us for an event card then.
It does, and we get frayed nerves in high threat, which is as add medium. One model with low or medium nerve chosen by the player with initiative creates mayhem. If there are no eligible models, add one to the threat, but we will definitely have one.
So you get to pick medium nerve. Now,
yours are classed as high,
mine are classed as high and low, so one of your guys needs to create mayhem.
Are we counting Sherry though? Because you said for Sherry that she's
What about
not
Billy and Ben?
high.
Well, Sherry's low.
Ah, is it just...
Billy and Ben are low.
Yeah, it
Sherry's
says,
low.
so medium threat, one survival with low or medium
Oh,
nerve.
low or medium nerve, sorry. I thought
we'll
you said
go-
medium nerve.
No, we'll go with Billy and Ben.
Billy and Ben create mayhem.
Right, so we'll do that and we'll cut back in a sec.
Okay, so we'll just re-explain frayed nerves. I think we just got a little bit diluted in what it went. We've just spoke about it off camera. So anyone with medium or low threat, you've selected Billy and Ben.
Yep.
I've created mayhem, which has brought all the walkers that were already here around the cars a little bit further.
It's also put the threat up to 16.
Also put the threat up to 16. It will go up to 17 because we've got melee and we brought 2 walkers on. So you brought Shane Walker on over here, and I brought Rick Walker on over here.
Yeah, this is from the blue dice that was added to the card.
We rolled that off camera and it was just 2. So we are now on to the melee phase. So the threat is now 17. One more and we are in high threat, and that's game. So should we go into combat?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with Otis then, trying to fight his way for that supply counter, and he rolls a 3.
Good roll, so that is definitely win. Oh, 2 and a bite, doesn't make a difference, you win combat, so that will push me away and knock the walker prone.
Lovely. Super duper. And then we've got Herschel, who is fighting with his claw hammer against 2 walkers. He gets a 3.
And the walkers get 3 as
3.
well, so it's a drawn combat.
Yep, survivors win draws, so they're just pushed back.
Yeah, probably fit Morgan into this shot as well, guys, if you want.
Yep, we'll go for that as well. So Morgan.
So is Morgan engaged with
2 walkers.
2 we're saying, yeah, so that's another 3 dice.
Yep, lovely. Morgan's just going to attack. Oh, I've rolled the wrong dice, sorry. Sorry. There we go.
Now she's got 2 in a headshots, which is good, and the walkers get 1, so he has killed 1 walker successfully.
Excellent. I think we'll kill pink-haired walker.
And that one just gets pushed away.
Such a shame. Pushed away and knocked down.
And then we'll go over to Paul's melee next.
Okay, so combat over here. We're just going to do Billy and Ben. We're counting this as having 5 walks in combat just because I don't want to move the lamppost out of the way.
Makes sense.
Because the board looks so nice. I mean, stacking dice up, yeah, they're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
I'm rolling Negan's dice there,
2, 3,
sorry.
4, 5.
One red dice for defence, and they're dead.
Yeah, super duper. So
That
a lot of dice in a small space.
Yeah, that was quite unsurprising, to be honest.
No.
We've got Sherry. She's got 1 red dice for a defence against 1 for the walker.
Which gets a 1.
1, and Sherry gets a 1 as well. So that is drawn combat. Push that walker away. And then
Only one of the twins made it into Walkerhood. The other one was just like, meat.
I mean, that should be you should get 2 walkers.
Yeah, you should.
Just the kid rule doesn't come into play because obviously the walkers. Negan against Johnny Rotten. He's got his extra red dice because Sherry panicked.
We roll a blank.
Roll a blank, and Negan rolls 2. So just pushes away and knocks him down. So doesn't actually kill him, which is disappointing for Negan. Okay, so we are down to the final turn in the game.
Definitely the final turn
Yeah,
this
it's
time.
gotta be. It's
Definitely
gotta be.
the final turn in the game. I have initiative.
A lot of walkers have stood up during that phase. Morgan's resisted his bite still somehow.
Yes.
He has, yes, he's managed to
And he
survive this
resisted
fight.
those walkers because he looked like he was in a poor position actually.
This has swayed
Okay.
back and forth
It
and
has,
back and
it's really-
forth, and
really
it looks
twisted.
like it's in Ian's favour now.
Just realised we never moved Johnny
No,
Robin
we
out of
didn't.
the way when Negan knocked him over.
Super.
Yeah, so it's
I think
my
so.
activation.
Yep.
And I will... I'll let you see who I'm going to activate first. I'm just going to keep the suspense up. Okay, so simple activation for me. Just so I'm going to steal Robin activation from you.
Yep, don't blame me.
I'm going to run Negan around to engage Morgan.
To pull the walker in as
I'll
well.
pull this
Yeah.
walker into me, which I'm perfectly fine with, perfectly happy with.
Because it stops Morgan picking that up, to be fair.
It does indeed. Steals an activation from you, and then it's over to you, mate.
Okay, so this dice roll is for the panic on Otis. Let's see what he's going to do. and he's going to take 1 action that
He
turn.
can only take 1 action.
So can he search this?
He's not in base contact with it.
He's not in base contact, but have we knocked it? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think we did.
I feel like he should have been in base contact.
Did you move into base contact with it in the last activation?
I can't remember.
I tell you what, I'll do this for you.
You know what? It's up to me whether I want to be generous and give him the 50-50.
I'm just going to go with the shield
I
here.
know.
Alright, you were in base contact.
I don't know, I feel bad now.
That's fine. You can take it, mate. I've just gained moral victory in this game, so I always place the moral victory.
Lovely, right, let's have a look. Let's have a look what we
I
get.
know what it is, though.
He does know what it is. Hey!
Oh, it's an ammo reload.
It is not too bad, not too bad.
More importantly, you do gain that marker, which
yep,
makes it level for 2-2 in scores at the moment.
Super. And we'll pop that on Otis.
Theft.
I know, but we're fighting savers. Always fair in fighting savers.
So Ian's a filthy cheat, basically.
I know, I know.
It's cool. It's cool. Just wait until the post-match, mate. The internet,
Hit that comment section.
you're welcome. Feel free.
Here we go.
Get your denim jackets on and go to town. Right. Sherry is going to be my first activation. It is my first activation, isn't it? See if she panics.
Because
See what she
Negan's
does.
gone, but either way, go on.
She
She can do one thing.
can do one thing.
She's terrified.
She is going to shout loudly at Otis, going, "You win nowhere near that."
Hey!
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not illegal play.
Yeah. She is going to run right there.
What?
And bring in
Oh.
that walker.
That's bold.
What an interesting choice. Do you really just hate Sherry or something? Do you not want her in the campaign?
No, it's basically if any horrible event card comes in where all the walkers move towards the nearest survivor, she's the nearest survivor.
It's a good point.
Meaning Tara can just sneak away quietly now and be a little bit safe, providing she doesn't scream.
Tactical play.
So with Herschel then, let's see what he does when he freaks out, and he gets 1 action.
They're all terrified at the moment.
They are all
They are all
terrified.
terrified, yeah.
In the interest of just staying safe, to be honest, he's just going to sneak back to there.
Okay, so going to check to see whether Tara panics now or what happens with her. She's only going to do 1 activation as
We're
well.
getting plenty of those.
She's also terrified.
She's also terrified, but she's going to be tactical with her activation, and she's going to sneak to here.
A lovely double act going on there.
Well, she's a walker killing machine, so she will at least survive. Okay, so we have moved everyone in. Sherry is not in a good position. It's not looking good for her.
Not looking good for her. You sacrificed her.
It was an interesting decision, Paul. It was an interesting
It's
decision.
meant that Tara could sneak away. I'm happy with that, so it's all good. We're going to pull an event card, and we've drawn the Hunger.
Hey.
So high threat is as medium threat, and additional prone walkers immediately stand up. So
right, okay.
this one stands up. That
So
one
does
stands up.
Dwayne.
That one stands up, and each player rolls a blue dice and moves that many eligible walkers towards the nearest survivor.
Ooh.
So I get 2,
I get 2.
and you also get 2.
So we'll cut and do that.
Okay, so we've also added one to the threat tracker for the Hunger, which brings it up to 18. So the game ends after this this melee phase. Otis has had 2 walkers move into him. Sherry is swamped here, so all these walkers are engaging. You've moved 1 into Tara, and the only option you had was move 1 into the lamppost,
Yeah.
really, wasn't it?
There's nothing
you,
to go with
You
there.
could have moved 1 into Morgan there if you really wanted to.
To get him away from Negan, but nah.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I suppose.
We'll
we could have
try.
done
We'll
that.
take on Lucille with a fire axe.
That's fine, yeah. We've also got a walker engage in there as well because of me, so I'll take that. Right, let's go on to the melee phase. Okay, so we're going to do Sherry's combat first. So she's got 1 dice, she's just going to
Yeah,
defend.
she does.
She gets 1, and
dead.
she's dead.
She's dead.
We will take that. I'm not going to bother replacing her with a prone miniature because, she's...
Yeah, this is well, it's good. Game's ended,
the
hasn't it,
game's
basically?
ended, yeah.
Super. We're next.
We have Otis over here. Is
Come
Otis in
on,
camera shot, mate?
Otis.
You also need to say what happened to Tara, because we think
sorry,
she's down to
yes.
1 health at the moment.
Yes, we think Tara's down to 1 health because she did panic. So Negan will have just given her a little clip around here with Lucille, but Negan will add a red dice
An encouraging one,
to
though.
his melee because of his Negan. And are you scared?
So we've got Otis with 3 red dice going into him.
Come on, Otis. He's not going to shoot because he's just pulled more walkers in. So he's just going to fire with his hatchet and see what he does.
Okay, so Otis.
Come on, Otis.
I got 3 red dice for the walkers.
Yep, he's got a hatchet. Let's see what he does. He gets 1.
And the walkers get... Oh, they
nasty.
get the bite.
So Otis is bitten. And that takes him down to, he is on full health at the minute.
He takes 2 damage.
2 damage and a bite.
Lovely, down to 3.
Yeah.
We've got a bite token, yep, super.
That is a shame. A lovely bite token from D&D Productions.
And then who do you want to go with next? Should I scoot the camera around?
You may as well, because we've got Negan and Tara. Okay, so Tara first. She has white dice basic, red dice for clear the way for killing walkers, and I'm going to attack with her sickle.
This could sway the game here. This is an important one.
I think Tara's going to be grand.
So I've got 4.
Yep, we got 3.
3, yep, bro. So that does just separate those walkers and knock them both prone.
That was an important one there. Very important.
Considering that Tara is supposed to be a walker killing machine, she hasn't really done that this game.
Negan's helps a lot though.
Negan has been MVP once again. Speaking of which, moving swiftly on to Negan's combat. Blue dice basic, red dice because here's Negan.
Yeah.
Red dice because of you're scared, and 2 white dice for Lucille.
Super.
Going into Morgan, who also has the benefit of the walker.
He does, so the walker rolls 1.
1,
And
fine.
Morgan rolls a 1.
1, so Negan is rolling the pain, and
Nice.
he is indeed delivering. So
Does that kill?
I am going to direct.
So that's currently, the walker just adds to Morgan's roll, so it's 2 versus 5 at the moment.
2
so
versus
3
5.
damage going into Morgan, which puts
Yes.
him on 1 health. But he is bitten, so he
is
could
bitten.
actually die
Hits, yeah.
in the end phase here.
Indeed he could.
Ooh.
So Negan wins combat, so we'll push that out the way and push Morgan off that objective more importantly.
And we'll check the bites in the end phase.
Okay, so we are in the end phase. We're not going to bother checking for walkers because they are all whatever, the game's ending now, or whatever. The ones that are prone aren't getting back up because everyone's going to run away scared. We are going to check for bites, however, which could swing the game now. So we're going to do Otis first.
Yeah, come on Otis, let's see how he does, and he's fine.
He's fine.
But he will start the next game bitten.
But he will
Once
start
you're
the next
bitten,
game.
you're bitten.
It's a good job we've got Herschel to look after him.
Okay. But the big question is now, which could actually swing the game. Oh no, it couldn't. He's got no equipment.
No.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
But he'll affect me for the next game.
Yeah,
though.
so we will check to see whether Morgan
But if Morgan dies from his bite, he's dead.
So Morgan is dead.
And he loses all the equipment he had on him. So he will lose his fire axe and the bandages away, and he will permanently be a member of the Walking Dead.
Sad.
Very nicely put, that time.
Fantastic poetic.
Oh yeah, that was.
And in somewhat
quite
poetic
insightful.
justice, you know, Ian, master of the draw, this has ended 2-2, 2 supply tokens each.
Cheers, Paul.
Good game, mate.
So we will go to the post game and let you get some banter in.
Okay, so let's review what has just happened in that game.
How many times Ian cheated?
How many times Ian cheated? I mean, we did once. This is the guy that we invite onto the channel because he was the MVP, the player's player choice of the first ever conflict event we done, first ever Walking Dead event in the UK that was more than 4 players, and Ian whinged and moaned and cried about 3mm.
I know.
I mean, story of his life.
It's true. It's true.
Just hit him, Ian. Just hit him.
I know.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, good game.
game, very good game.
It really did swing. The walkers were. It was kind of like a tidal wave of walkers. They were over one side, then they were over the
It
other
was a
side.
start,
and they were all
I
coming
thought
back
you
in.
were just getting battered. First 2 turns, there was a nightmare, wasn't it?
Yeah, for me it was. Yeah.
Like
Losing
trap.
Glenn straight away was painful.
It's the most reckless draw I've ever seen in Paul's hands of just like, I'm just going to get people killed
No,
to
I'm
move the
normally
walkers.
I'm normally quite calm and collected when it comes to Walking Dead. I know what I've got to do, but because so limited on equipment and resources, and the fact that I'm already playing off a loss, I needed
did you lose to?
to get to win. I lost to some. Beep 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 beep.
Yeah, you did.
Right, we're not going to cut that. We're just going to carry on. I lost to Tom in the first game. You know, he's got to mention it, hasn't he? He's not even playing, and he's got to have some sort of input. You're just cameraman today.
Hashtag screen time.
Hashtag screen time.
Yeah. And second draw in a row for me.
Second draw in a row for
Second
you,
draw in a row.
yes. So Tom is taking a command and lead. We just need Ben to overturn him now. But I'm quite happy that I got a draw out of that because I did not expect a draw towards the midway point of the game at all.
We've had our second death of the campaign as well now.
Yeah, Paul Morgan has gone.
Paul Morgan's
Yeah.
gone, so that's the white.
I really like the Morgan waddle as well, to be honest. I'm really disappointed about
Yeah. He is survived by his son. which is a bit of a swap round for the comics, to be honest. But alas, it is what it is.
It is.
So you have the unique ability of being able to jump a space.
I do, which
on
will
the
be helpful
campaign
for
map. But I have first pick. So I've got tons of characters now that are all really high points cost and all high nerve level. So I'm going for the walker zones. I'm going to take possession of as many of those walker zones as I can to bump the threat tracker up for anyone who plays against me. Have you got a plan for where you're going to aim for on the map?
I'll just see what's available and we'll try and get some more characters in there because I need them.
Hope for the best. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget you can check out Tom playing Ben. You don't really have to. These are the MVPs of the channel right here. You've just seen the best game of the campaign. Lucille, obviously.
That was
another notch on another notch on Lucille. Quite happy with that. So that's Axel she's took out, and Billy that she's took out.
Billy did not deserve that death.
I'm gonna aim for Rick when I play Ben, but that will be
Someone needs to slay Carl and that voodoo lucky hat. That's the.
God, man. No,
if Negan can kill Carl, I will be very impressed.
Negan wins the campaign.
Negan has never killed Carl.
No,
that would have to be bonus points for the campaign. Surely to God, if Negan killed Carl.
Can we have that? Negan has never killed Carl on the channel. So we'll go for that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You happy with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because it won't happen because Ben will just get lucky at
Ben will get lucky at rolls. Anyway, we've gone on too much. We've really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. You?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro. Okay. Tom, do you enjoy filming that?
I love editing these.
And that's why I'm continuing to talk, just because I know he's got to continue to watch this and listen to my voice until he finishes editing it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will say, just before you go, if you did like those tokens that we used, I know we plugged them a couple of times, yeah, we do still have some available. They were gifts to everyone at Conflict this year, and we still have some available for sale, just to get shut off, help support the channel. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Paul from T&G Productions.
And I've been in.
And see you in the next game.
Okay, because it's the campaign, we do have to check wounds, so you guys are going to roll a white dice each for your characters to see how much of an injury they've got going into the next round, unless you choose to rest them. So, Paul, do you want to lead off with a character?
Okay, I am going to go for Carlos. He has ended up with 2 points down, so that puts him onto 3 health.
That's not great.
Glenn has 4 health basic. He's going to start on 3 if we choose to use him. Billy and Ben have 4 basic. They are also going to start on 3. And then I've got Sherry as my final option. She has only got 3. She's going to start on 1.
She's probably going to get a rest.
She's definitely going to get a rest.
She probably needs one after that, like, mauling. Ian, you're too you've lost one person fully anyway.
It was sad to lose Morgan, but he's a good character.
I love that Dwayne got turned into a walker.
And he's fine.
And he's here.
Yeah, he shook it off.
So, let's have a look what happens to Dwayne. He loses 1, so he's going to start with 2 health. Then we've got Billy here as well. Billy loses 2, so he's down to 3.
That's a heavy hitter away, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Billy should have 1 less because he did get smeared across the road by Lucille.
He did.
Lucille is no longer thirsty.
I'm afraid there's not a mental trauma injury effect. In the second edition, we'll put that in.
I mean, you need to check the event cards, mate.
Hi guys, thank you very much for watching our content. It means the world to us. If you'd like to see some more videos, they should be over here. And if you'd like to support our channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. See you later.